happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the Brownwood Lions Coaches Show here on KOXC. I am Derek Stuckley, along with Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director Sammy Burnett. How are you, sir? Did you have a good weekend?
I had an excellent weekend.
Had an excellent weekend.
Fought some storms and some big hail, but had a good weekend.
It was a little stormy.
We're lucky. I mean, we had some about golf ball size hail at my house, but we didn't have any tornado issues like we had closer to town. And I started seeing some pictures of those, and I was sort of worried for people. But thank the good Lord, everybody was okay, and we didn't get a bunch of damage.
Yeah, coming back from San Angelo, I just beat the storm home. Got home about in time for the sirens to go off, but yeah, it was nasty looking on the drive back.
Well, our baseball team was dodging it the whole way home. They had to stop a couple of times to let storms pass, and then one was trying to catch them and speed up, and we got some help, thank goodness, from some law enforcement to let us know what was going on. So thank the good Lord they made it home safe, but it was crazy times there. Apparently it's that time of the year, of course, we get a lot of thunderstorms. With thunderstorms become hail, and with that inclement weather comes tornado type stuff, so hopefully we can make it through the season.
Yeah, a lot more of that in the forecast this week, so we'll see how all that turns out. Well, let's talk about Saturday night first.
Okay, we had softball finish their series against Crum. I was able to go Friday to baseball and see that game, and then I went Saturday to Glen Rose to watch our softball team. I'm really proud of our girls. They ran into a juggernaut. I think they're real solid. I mean, I've seen a lot of softball teams. That's a really good one. Crum team has two dominant pitchers, did a really good job of keeping us off balance. They put the ball in play extremely well. We weren't victorious. We lost those games 10-1, 10-0. But I tell you what, to the bitter end, our girls never stopped. We had opportunities to score runs in the last inning on that game Saturday, and I tipped my hat to them. They were sad. You know, coaches got to talk to them. I had an opportunity to get to speak to them and tell them how proud of them we are. They're by-district champions, a team that sort of turned their season around from last year that didn't make it to the playoffs. To get to the playoffs this year was an accomplishment, was a goal of theirs, and then they went on and won a by-district championship. So nothing to hold their head down for. Coach Mungia and her staff did a phenomenal job. Our girls responded really well. It was exciting and fun to always watch them, and the big part was their attitudes, their chemistry. They had great senior leadership, and those younger girls followed them, and our younger girls learned a lot from our seniors, and I tip my hat to them. They did a phenomenal job. I was really pleased with what I saw since I've been back home, and the excitement level that they had throughout the year was fun and contagious, and everybody enjoyed watching them. So congratulations to our girls softball team. They didn't go as far as they wanted to, but they're by-district champions, and that's something to be proud of. So congratulations to Coach McGee and our girls for a successful season. On the boys' side, I went Friday night to San Angelo. Saw a dominant game by us. Gavin Brandsetter threw a great game. We hit the ball extremely well. We played very sound defense, and we're victorious in that game 16-4. And honestly, those 4 runs came later in the game when we had an opportunity to put a bunch of other kids in the game, and they started getting some hits, and Noah Gonzalez got the pitch. He's been injured for a good while. He's a big part of what we want to do in the future with our pitching rotation. For him to get the rust knocked off and to have an opportunity to be up 16-0 and go out there and just do work and not worry about it, just go work on him getting better and getting back in the groove, which he did, was really important. And for some of those other kids to come off the bench and get some at-bats and some playing time was huge. Wasn't at their second game. You can probably give us more of a rundown on that, but I appreciate you keep me posted on that game. But we started off really slow, but never phased them. They just came back and kept playing and wound up winning that game 8-7 and advancing to the second round of the playoffs.
Yeah, we're down 5-0 after the first inning. Had a couple of errors there. Cut it to 6-4 in the third inning. It was, and then down 7-4 going to the bottom of the sixth. Scored 4 runs there.
Tied it up.
Yeah, went ahead, and then Gavin came in and closed the door at the top of the seventh. And by-district champions they are.
Yeah, and I'm proud of them. You know, we weren't able to play at our place. Howard Payne was gracious enough to allow us to play at their field, but they got some more rain to where they weren't able to play, so we had to load up and go back to San Angelo and play at their home again. And, you know, for kids that you always try to talk to them about, you do what you do, let us take care of the rest. Whatever happens, whatever decisions have to be made, whatever schedule changes there are, you just stay focused on your job, and you go out there and play. And they had a lot of uncertainties on where they're going to play, what time they're going to play, what they had to do. They had to load up in a bus and jet to San Angelo and play a game, and started off slow, but like I said, they never wavered, and they came up with a win. Didn't have to go to a third game, which is important, and again, advancing to the second round. So excited about what they're doing. They're gaining more confidence every week. Coach Harris and his staff's doing a great job. They're going to wind up playing Wichita Falls. They'll play 2 games on Thursday in Glen Rose, starting at 5 and 7. And then if third game is needed, they'll travel to Graham, and they'll play that last game. It's 5 o'clock in Graham, sort of compromise with them. We're going a little bit shorter distance than they are on Thursday, and then if we play Friday, we'll go a farther distance to play that game, so they have a shorter distance to travel. So excited about that series. Don't know anything about Wichita Falls. I think they have a pretty dominant pitcher. But after that, I don't know what kind of depth they have, but we don't have a big problem hitting good pitching, so we actually do a better job against a more talented pitcher than those that are lesser talented because of the timing. But I look forward to that series starting on Thursday and finishing on Friday if needed. And then, of course, Thursday we're taking our track team up to Austin to run the state track meet. That's Ty Savage, Hannah Dean, and Ike Hall will be competing. They'll head out Wednesday. And then, of course, we have 7-on-7 tonight. I'm about to get over there to that. We got, I think, 16, 17 teams playing in that when you talk from varsity to sub-varsity. So we'll be using the twin fields. We'll be using the track field, and we'll also be using the soccer field behind the tennis courts to play those games. So hopefully the weather stays away and we can get out there and have another round of 7-on-7, which is important for us. So I need to get that done.
Okay. Now, earlier last week, we had some kids signed to go play college ball.
Yes, it was Lisa's. I got to give Lisa credit. It was her idea. She came to me and said, hey, instead of having all these signing dates, what if we just try to put together 2 times that we sign with our boys and girls? I've seen that in the past. I see a lot of people do that where they spread them out and have their tables with all their stuff set on it with their pictures and things like that. And I thought that was a great idea, so we tried that this year. We did the boys during the athletic period, which was important to me because I wanted the younger athletes to see those kids and the success they're having and the opportunity they have to go to the next level. I thought it was important that they see that. And then we did the girls during the girls' athletic period, so that was a good time and enjoyable. It worked out extremely well. We had a lot of people there to support those kids, but I'd like to run down through the list just to let everybody know once again. Peter Lee is going to play tennis. Caleb Nelson, of course, is going to play soccer. Taylor Besant, baseball. Isaac Gray, football. Chance Jones, football. Case Markham, football and baseball. And Damian Sanchez, football. On the girls' side, Mackenzie Welch is going to play soccer, and then Kennedy Johnson and Adelaide Constancio are going to play soccer. Another neat thing for me, I've been really working hard on that. If you're talking about a guy that understands, I went off to play baseball after high school. Last thing I wanted to do was go to Howard Payne. I wanted to get away. Well, I went away for a while and wound up getting hurt and came back home. And long story short, I finished my college career education at Howard Payne and wound up being one of the most enjoyable times that I ever had. I really liked Howard Payne. I liked the classroom setting. I liked the way it was a family-type environment. It was a lot different than Texas Tech, and it just felt more like home and comfortable, and I really enjoyed my experience at Howard Payne. So I've been really working to try to get some kids to go to Howard Payne, and I understand they've been here their whole life. They want to get away for a while, but we have some kids committed. Case Markham, Damian Sanchez are going to play at Howard Payne, and then of course Kennedy and Adelaide are going to Howard Payne as well. So it's neat to see them in that blue and gold and staying at home, and it gives us an opportunity to watch them play too. So. And again, those other guys that are going off, I'm happy for them too. But it's nice to see some of our kids staying at home and having an opportunity to play here at Howard Payne.
Yeah, congratulations to all of them. Best of luck to them in their futures. Saturday, we also had a bond election, and all 3 propositions passed. So,
yeah.
Your thoughts on that?
Just extremely thankful and humbled about the support that we have in our community for our kids. There's always debates when you talk about bonds and should you do it, shouldn't you do it. The committee that brought it to us to start with that said it was time really worked extremely hard, led by Matt Noe and a bunch of guys that were involved in that. It felt like it was time for the facilities, and I felt like it was we had a lot of support from the community, which we showed through the voting. So really an exciting time for us, for me. There's a benefit for me, but the ones that are going to get rewarded with the passing of that bond are our kids. They're already excited. They don't know what to expect. A lot of us don't know what to expect. There's a lot to work to be done now, which we'll start doing, but it's going to be a neat time for our kids. And I look at, I forgot, I have an 11-year-old daughter, and I wasn't ever thinking about her. To be honest, I was thinking about our kids and where they're at now and what they're going to have an opportunity, where they're going to have an opportunity to be soon. And it just finally hit me that I have a child that's going to get impacted by that. But, we have people that haven't had children yet that'll stay in our community that'll have children that'll be impacted by this bond and what our community decided that they want to do. So with a happy heart, I just want to say thank you for our community and for the opportunity that we have to create some greater opportunities for our kids. So, whether you voted for or against, we live in a country that allows you the freedom to share your opinion and express that through a vote, and I appreciate everybody going out to vote.
All right, we'll have a lot more news on that in the future. One thing we did mention, of course, that's next week. We've still got the golf team going to state.
Yes, and I don't want to forget them. Coach Jones gives me an update all the time on how they're doing, how they're hitting the ball. They seem to be hitting the ball really well right now. They're working really hard. They got a lot of confidence. They know that the small goal that they need to do as individuals to help the team to reduce their score from the regional meet to the state meet, and they really feel confident that they can do that. So I'm really excited to get to do that. We're going to we start our state 7-on-7 qualifiers on May the 20th, so we'll send a group there. We're also going to the Fall City Clinic, which is in Wichita Falls. We've been honored and asked to speak at that clinic, so we're going to take a group down there. We'll speak at that clinic on the 19th and 20th and come home on the 21st, and I'll head right to golf that day. They're playing the practice round on the 21st, that Sunday, and then they'll start the 22nd and 23rd at Kingsland. So excited about them, and we really feel we have a chance to get on the podium and possibly win that thing. It's been since, I think, 1984-85 since Brownwood sent a state golf team to the tournament. So we've had some individuals go, but we hadn't been able to send a team. So it's really a neat time for what's going on. And when you look around throughout the year, we're winding down. We have 4 more weeks left in the school year and graduation. But you look at all the trophies and the hardware that our boys and girls have brought home this year. We really feel as a staff, athletic group of coaches that we're really trending in the direction we want to go. And we're getting over some humps and jumping some hurdles that we haven't been able to get over in the past. And it's all because of our kids' hard work and dedication and belief in their coaches and believing in each other. So it's neat to see all the successes we're having. And still, like I said, we got golf, we got track, and those and baseball still going. So we got a lot of neat things to look forward to. So, just congratulations to our kids in the athletic program and what they're doing and the buy-in that they have.
Yeah, very good year, top to bottom. Anything else you want to mention today, Coach?
Well, I know it's a touchy subject, but we better talk about NASCAR real quick. They ran at Kansas, and, my guy had a penalty, as he always gets one, and he comes from the back and worked himself up to number 4 and got wrecked out in a restart, so he's done. So Star has bragging rights there, but her guy, to give him credit, was leading the race and had a phenomenal car, and he got spun out early in the race, like on lap 4, and he had to fight his way back to the top, and he did until about a half a lap left, and Denny Hamlin decided to give him a little bump to get him out of the way and passed him on the last lap. To her credit, her guy ran into the wall, and he finished second. That would be Kyle Larson, but that's the first time in Kansas history that a last lap pass was made for a victory. So Denny Hamlin did come home with the victory. I liked Denny fine, but I liked it more when I saw Kyle Larson bump the wall and get past. So I had bragging rights to get on Star. So her deal is my guy didn't finish. Well, he didn't, but he got wrecked out too. So it is what it is.
Well,
I got wrecked and finished.
We're still battling. We both have 2 wins, so we're trying to fight for bragging rights to see who's going to get the most wins this year.
well, congratulations or sorry or whichever applies to the two of you. Yes. All right. Anything else today, Coach?
Yeah, let's thank those that make this show possible. Auto Glass Magic, Bruner Auto Group, Syntex Body and Paint, Syntex Equipment Sales, Citizens National Bank, Dan Hill Containers, Dr. Von Young, Dr. Pepper Bottling Company, Edward Jones Investments, Henrik Medical, Howard Enterprises, Humphrey Peets, Heartland Funeral Home, Landmark Admin, MC Bank, Painter & Johnson Associates, Smith & Sharp Agency, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, Weldon Wilson Electric, Western Bank, and Willie's Tees.
All right, that's all for today. We will be back Wednesday here on the Brownwood Lions Coaches Show on KOXE, KOXE.com, the KOXE app, and the KOXE Facebook pages.
Have a great day, Brownwood.